3 youths self-radicalized detained by ISD. What's up with this?
He planned to conduct a mass casualty attack against non-Muslim teachers and schoolmates at his school.
I will first begin by telling you who I won't kill. I won't be killing any secondary ones as I just met them. None of my seniors, all Sec 3 and 5, will not be killed. Now who will I be killing? Sec 2s, as most of the girls as well as other boys there have pissed me off throughout my secondary school life. Teachers, the main group, made a life living hell. Every day it feels like the teachers are always targeting me. Last but not least, if possible and the police haven't arrived, myself. I will go through the pain of my victims unwillingly and die as a martyr, willing to be remembered. Hard to believe, bro.
Yeah, I am thankful all 3 of them were apprehended, but the fact that it was a close shave, and it's scary to think that all our children go to school, doesn't that freak you out, bro?
Recently, Minister Shanmugam came out and said that she's hoping that these things do not demonize the Muslim community.
If you look at the whole scheme of things, the entire radicalization and acts of terrorism has in a sense shifted from large-scale organized activity to lone wolf activities like this. Now these foreign perpetrators who sell this kind of ideology have now started to target youths. Things like your Roblox, things like
Discord.
Yes, Discord. All this, it's very scary, and if you have children on it, you really need to watch what they are consuming.
I'm Zar Ismail.
And I'm Rama.
A lot of things happened in the past week.
Yes.
I've asked our writers to list down some possible topics.
Yes.
We go through and then we see whether it's interesting to discuss. Number 1, Bali Run Club.
Nope, that's a Darren thing.
But you know about it, right?
No, I saw a few posts, but I couldn't figure it out.
We published it, bro.
Including ours, yes.
Yeah, it's a racist run club. So the whole
Only
idea
white
of this run club was run by 2 people from the Netherlands. Dutch lah. Then they opened a run club in Bali, only catered to digital nomads. Then if an Indonesian were to try to register for the run club,
They reject.
they automatically reject because there's a +6 too. Yeah, so the system is primed to reject locals. So that have created an uproar because they did their runs at 5:30 AM. They run through the streets of Bali and then they hog the road and everyone is on like a silent disco device. And people were crying out foul lah. And then it got to the ears of the authorities, influencers. I see like even big influencers were slamming how they look at it as some form of colonization of Bali. And right after that, the immigration authorities were quite swift. They revoked the
stay.
Yeah, the stay of these 2 individuals who own the club called Entourage, and they are now unable to return back to Bali. They've been banned from coming.
Wow. In
Bali.
fact, actually, not many people know this because everybody looks at Bali as a haven, right? A safe space. A lot of expats like to go there. And if you go to Bali, there will be like shacks that look like really small shops, and they will advertise there clearly. Come here to apply for your visa. And they have like all manner of visas for like different categories of expats. And we all know like Bali is a haven for people who like to go there and just chill out, take a break for 3 months, 6 months and whatnot. But the government is actually very strict when you have foreigners there. And the second you do anything that is counterintuitive to public policy over there, they will remove you. In fact, they have forcibly taken back properties and whatnot because of this.
Not only that, like I think I've read where there are some foreigners who go there and then they buy certain properties after 10 years. The property no longer belongs to them because they didn't read the fine print. And then recently there's this thing called Malam Nyepi. Malam Nyepi is a night where they'll black out the whole Bali to welcome back some sort of a spiritual demon to come and roam the streets of Bali in silence. You know, there was one Switzerland guy who went live during Malam Nyepi and make a ruckus, and the authorities came and then he got deported.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I think Bali, I don't know, I've been to Bali once. I've never really enjoyed Bali in its entirety. I feel it's too crowded. It's too touristy. So I try to go somewhere.
Lombok lah, bro.
Lombok is, I think, a much better place. I'm sorry, but you might like Bali, but I feel Lombok is a much quieter and better place. Okay, next. Rohingya in Malaysia. Why Singapore don't accept refugees?
Again, this is a Darren topic. And by the way, we miss Darren. He's not here today because he's on NYC thing.
Yeah, so I think recently there was a lot of anti-Rohingyan sentiment that swept through Malaysia, notably by certain influencers who went to the streets.
Okay.
They go to the perkampungan Rohingya, the illegal settlement of Rohingyas
In Malaysia.
where they have set up shacks and they have set up villages, and the streets are littered with sputum from sireh and basically it's a mess. Sewage got problem, and then there was litter all over. And one of the major complaints is that many of these Rohingyans who live there because they are refugees, right? They are working odd jobs and they are begging on the street. They run some sort of syndicate. And also they are harassing normal Malaysians over there working, and at times when Malaysians don't give them money, right, they become very abusive and aggressive. And this particular behavior has spread across, and they see it as a problem. They say that Malaysians are too welcoming for refugees, and as such, in a sense, they have been made use of.
Okay.
So this is something quite interesting, because I know in terms of acceptance, Malaysia is quite receptive towards refugees from different countries.
In general,
they are very empathetic people.
Yes.
But it's interesting to see the tides turn when especially influencers come out, and when I watch, it feels different.
So I'm gonna channel Darren. Like Darren will say, bro, this is normal, bro. Because you see everywhere in Europe also the same. Right? What do you expect? Darren said, what do you expect? They come with different culture, this, that, and that. But realistically, I mean, if you look at the situation in Germany with the influx of tourists from like Turkey and Syria, also in other parts of Western Europe, there has an influx of Middle Easterners who come in. And if you see on the online, I mean, this is your word, bro, the vitriol, how they accuse a lot of these Middle Eastern men of like being predators on little girls it's bad. But it's also a harsh reality of when you face a sudden influx of immigrants, right? They come with their own culture, they come with their own societal norms that will take time to adjust. It will always take 10 to 15 years, in my opinion, for people to, in a sense, have an exchange, right?
But I feel the sentiment was a bit benching on racism also, because I heard like certain influencers saying that, sebab itu Cambodia tak nak dorang. Like they're saying things like that, no? And if you remember, the conversation surrounding that is that they know the Rohingyans, in a sense, are victims of a genocide that's happening in Cambodia, sempadan Cambodia, right? So to accept them is because of empathy, and for them to say that now we know why Cambodians don't even want them. I think that's quite
very painful.
Like imagine if a parallel were to exist, like for example, they welcome Palestinians to Malaysia, and then something happened or whatever, and then suddenly you say something like that. That's why Israel don't want them. Is that so? That's why when I saw the sentiment, I was thinking, wow, this is a very interesting twist of events.
See, in my personal experience, I know friends who run businesses in Malaysia. And for a while, they were extremely happy hiring the Rohingyans.
Oh, really?
Yes, because they have a UN pass, and we have a UN pass. They're allowed to work like how many days, how many hours, for example, because they need sustenance, right? And so maybe 3-4 years ago, they were extremely excited about this because cheap labor, they were hardworking, and everybody wanted to work. There was that passion, that strive there. But fast forward 2 years later, a lot of people were complaining, like they brought with them like different bad habits, difficult to control. But like Darren said, what do you expect?
Okay, so that's a Malaysia problem.
Yes.
And then they put here, so why SG don't accept refugees? Well, you answered
but Singapore, I think we have a very interesting policy.
We got refugees.
We used to, long time ago.
From what country?
Vietnam, I think Vietnam. Mexico, no, bro. If not, that would be quite exotic.
That time Lee Kuan Yew brought in some Mexicans to train our army.
Yeah, the Mexicans, but that's a different type of Mexican. But in Singapore, a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken, we had Vietnamese refugees, and then we stopped altogether. And I think that policy is smart, because as it is, we are dealing with our own local population, and we are going to touch a bit on that later, on the youth and all that. But the reality is we don't have enough land and resources, but we do help a lot of our neighbors. We do extend financial aid, we do our scholarships, we do the ASEAN scholarship. So I think I mean, I'm not trying to float our own boat, but as a country, we are responsible to the region.
Okay, number 3, ADHD kid eats unpaid donuts. Mother complains about staff response. This one is what? This one is the display, is it? Zaf and Shri, is it about the displayed cakes? Or it's a different story altogether? Okay, I'm not well aware of this shit, so let's go through to the next story. Group forage seafood and let's restaurant cook it. MP and NParks complain. Sorry, this group is what? China? China people. Is it? No. Sorry, I'm typecasting.
Yeah.
I heard their language, right? There's a video, right?
It was also reported on a Chinese news social media platform.
They sound very China.
Yeah, in the now deleted
Can we have
video.
a confirmation from our friends in the control room?
It could be, it probably is, because it was first posted on the Chinese social media platform I don't know how to pronounce this, Douyin. And the narrator was heard suggesting that there was more beyond foraging marine life.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Zaf has mentioned Rohingya is Myanmar, yeah.
Myanmar, sorry, not Cambodia.
Yeah, not Cambodia, sorry.
And this, do you know, Zaf, whether it's from China, the people who did it? We don't know. Okay, but so in this story,
wait, is there like I remember us covering it and then there's a video, right?
Yes, there's
and
a video.
The video is like, I think some Mandarin speaking people.
Yeah. Yeah, but last time I thought this was normal. Like you go and fish, like if you go if you go to the ocean, for example, you hire a boat, you fish, you come back, the fish, and then you give a restaurant to cook. Isn't that normal?
No, the problem is you are doing it on our shores. It's already protected shores. We have very little wildlife, and we are big on that. We don't have shores to forage seafood and for you to cook, commercially. Like, I know you've been to Ubin before. You've walked through places like Chek Jawa.
Yes.
So the first thought when I saw this group doing this is that they're destroying our ecosystem because they are definitely overfishing.
Yes.
We have very small space. And
oh my God, they even took a sea urchin.
They took a lot of things, bro.
What the hell did they do this?
Yeah, they took a lot of things.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, but okay. So there's the MP Valerie mentioned that this is a deplorable act, but it's not illegal, right? I guess because if it was illegal, they would have been charged by now, right?
I don't know if it's illegal or not. I don't know what's bro, you should know what.
They took away so many. Yeah, that's like a ton of food, bro. That's like a ton of food.
How are you not angry? What is this? What is this?
Geoduck, right?
Like clams or something like that.
Like a huge ass the geoduck thing.
Well, and then they sent to the restaurant, huh?
Yeah.
Walao.
And there were so many baby crabs. The crabs look too small to. If you
but the dishes are delicious, bro. It looks good. It looks good.
I guess the restaurant did a good job at cooking it. Yeah lah. Oh yeah, the clams do look good, huh? Hungry, yeah?
Hungry, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm against this.
Yeah,
because we import all of our seafood.
Yeah.
So leave local seafood alone.
Yeah, I mean, our wildlife is so... Okay.
Double standard, like we don't fish for our own seafood, but we kind of like,
But okay, we pay for it dearly. It's expensive. Seafood is very bloody expensive in Singapore. But I think more importantly, you see, there are many green groups in Singapore that have said like, because of how things are done, because of the landscape changes, especially in southern Singapore, the East Coast and all that, a lot of our marine life is affected. And every time we do any reclamation project, more recently, of course, there are more university professors coming out talking about biodiversity, going out, say, if we do this, what's going to get destroyed, even like when they reclaim the offshore islands and all this. So, as it is, I think it's a sad thing that the state of our natural environment has taken a toll necessarily, of course, over the years because of our own expansion.
I see.
But if we have people coming here and do this, over the June holidays, I went to the Maldives, right?
You did?
Yes. And
how was it?
The water is beautiful. You should bring your kids there.
Expensive,
But yeah, the food was
right?
ridiculous, bro. It's not just
ridiculously good or ridiculously
expensive.
How much? How much? Because I remember back then when I was still married, I went for honeymoon Maldives. Like
wow, nice
seafood platter, $250 USD.
Yeah, bro.
2 packs, you know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay,
How
so-
much you pay? About the same. More.
My worst meal was one dinner,
Uh-huh.
6 of us, right, in the family, $1,000.
Shallah, USD.
Yeah. For dinner, bro. Then I'm like thinking,
What the hell, man?
Like, what the hell did I just spend on? Like, I mean, and okay, so even the bottled water, one bottle water is 27 US.
Shit.
So my kids and me all drink a lot. So in one sitting, we can drink 6 bottles of bottled water.
And you asked me to go to Maldives. Crazy, yeah.
No, but it is beautiful, and bro, I've
It's
seen.
not worth it.
Okay,
Rendang is nicer.
No, I watch your social media.
Yeah.
I've seen how your kids enjoy this.
No,
They
I'm
will
not
love
going
it,
to
bro.
Maldives.
No, because you see, I tell you why. Like we walk along the shoreline, you can see sharks swimming. Like along the shoreline, you don't
Wow.
have to go out.
What is this? Hilton?
I stayed at the Hard Rock. The Hard
no
Rock
wonder,
is one of the
expensive,
more is one of the more family friendly hotels, you know, surprisingly. And really it's beautiful because you just walk along the shore early. I like to pray subuh, then I walk out alone and I see all of these things. In the evenings as the sun sets, also the marine life comes out.
Yeah.
You see stingrays. You see all kinds
By the
of
shore?
By the shore, bro.
Phew.
But you don't even have to go out far.
Wow.
It's all there. So the experience is great. And
You
when
were in a beach villa or the water villa?
I stay in a beach villa. So my 2-story place, like my kids were on top, me and my wife below. You walk out and it's a long stretch beach and the water is there. So every day you get to just play. The kids love it. It's really beautiful. But the thing that hit me the most was I like to bring my kids to East Coast Park on Sunday. Right?
Okay.
And every time we go there, the shoreline is so gross. It's really dirty. I don't know why. Recently, it is like
Super dirty.
Super dirty.
Why, yeah?
The amount of litter there is ridiculous.
When do you go?
I
What
go
day?
to every
Sunday morning?
Sunday evenings, about 4
That's
past 5.
Sunday evening.
Yeah, 4
because
past
it
5.
was littered on the Saturday. You go on a Friday, then everyone goes there. I don't want to say who lah. Everyone goes there. Locals lah, migrant workers lah, whatever. They all like sit down there drinking. Play, you know, there's a Nepali community there. There's a
I see.
Bangladeshi community. There's an Indian community. There are locals over there who go for picnics. And you know our locals when they do picnic, especially our community, it's a high level picnic one. Oh, it's like literally they will get tents and all that kind of thing. So there's a lot of litter. I don't know whether we clean up after that or not. But normally Sunday we pack up. Right? And I think that's where you see
what's left behind.
Yeah, what's left behind. It's disgusting.
But it's sad. It's really sad. And I wish that we would have more.
And at night, the rats come out, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
At East Coast?
Yes.
Oh my God.
The rats come out. At the water breaker, the roaches come out.
Oh my! Oh yeah, cockroaches. Yeah. So, I wish we had more natural wildlife. You know, on the hikes. I love to go for the hikes. You know, when I see mouse deer, I go crazy.
I have never seen a mouse deer.
It's really small, bro. It's like really small like this, kancil, yeah. And it is just so exciting to see actual wildlife in Singapore. I feel jakun. So to have all of these fellas take all this seafood and go and cook it, it's a bit sad.
They should be their citizenship, if they are citizens, should be revoked. And they should be banned from coming back to Singapore. That's how I feel.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, next. 3 youths self-radicalized detained by ISD. What's up with this? She's a 19-year-old guy. Convert, revert.
Yes.
In 2022. Embraced Islam. And then after that, he basically planned a knife attack on an SAF camp and also some LGBTQ students. He has planned these attacks, and I'm just like, whoa, how did you spiral from that, man?
Yep.
From embracing Islam to wanting to plan a knife attack and then attacking several different pages, notably attacking the cyber attacks launched to the sites of Persatuan Muhammadiyah, Ahmadiyah.
Oh, really? Eh?
And there's one more.
Oh, yes. I remember reading.
So I don't know if it's the same guy, but I think same case lah.
Yes, correct. He planned websites against Muslim organizations. Attacks against websites of Muslim organizations that he felt was deviant. He deemed was deviant. But with all 3 of them, one, interestingly, they planned knife attacks.
Yeah.
So it was a solo act. No, if you look at the whole scheme of things,
Yeah.
like this, the entire radicalization and acts of terrorism has, in a sense, shifted from large scale organized activity to lone wolf activities like this. So if you look at the whole timeline in terms of history, from long time ago with JI, big cell group, right? Huge operations, information going to one leader who disseminate to one whole group. Then they moved to lone wolves. So lone wolves, but adult lone wolves. So there was a whole string of them, like people who got radicalized online and started consuming this kind of content, and then they went for it, and then they wanted to conduct attacks. Now, these foreign perpetrators who sell this kind of ideology have now started to target youths. So things like your Roblox, things like what do you call this?
Discord,
yes, Discord. All this, it's very scary. And if you have children on it, you really need to watch what they are consuming.
I think the radicalization aspect is not only, I think recently Minister Shanmugam came out and said that he's hoping that these things do not demonize the Muslim community.
Yep.
I don't know what exactly he said, I'm paraphrasing. But also at the same time, when we look at these lone wolf plan attacks, also come from different ideologies, like your far right, those like white supremacists, and they're Asian, by the way. They plan this attack. So it's very interesting. I mean, I've spoken to some experts dealing with youth radicalization, and there's a lot of layers behind it. And I don't know, we're hoping one day we can speak to these experts to understand a bit more about how someone fall into youth radicalization. And then I was on the phone recently with a counselor who deals with youths who are radicalized, and he has mentioned that sometimes they want a sense of validation, and at times also they are looking for some sort of like glorification for themselves, because they are literally alone in their homes. That's an issue, right?
It is a crazy issue. And if you look at the what they call this, the article that was shared by Channel News Asia, they detail quite extensively the plans of the youngest of the three, the 14-year-old boy.
What's the plan?
So if you look at the article, it's actually quite troubling, because it actually said that he was fueled by personal grievances at being bullied by his schoolmates and put under academic stress by his teachers. He planned to conduct a mass casualty attack against non-Muslim teachers and schoolmates at his school. Now imagine if that actually had happened. That would have been devastating. And if you look at what was published on the CNA article, he had actually gone as far as planning the time of the attack, when it would be, the weapon of choice, a photo of the knife that he wanted to use was there. It also talked about his plans, like although he wanted to make a homemade bomb, and I'm assuming he must have learned this online, because there are Telegram channels that are dedicated to teaching people this. How to make bombs, what kind of knives to use, where to hit, how to attack, and how to end yourself if you want to after that. And and this particular youth actually also prepared a manifesto, right? And
he has a manifesto.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So if you look at the manifesto, it is somewhat collusion of like neo-Nazi influences, and the article also mentions that he was somewhat influenced by the Christchurch attack, which was a bit weird, because the Christchurch attack was against Muslims, right? But he was in a sense inspired by that. He wanted to do something like that. And he had started detailing a detailed planning and preparation towards it. He had a list of kills. It is troubling to see.
People is the moment that you all have been waiting for. The people I will be killing. I will first begin by telling you who I won't kill. I won't be killing any secondary ones, as I just met them. Also, none of them are assholes worthy of my wrath. None of my seniors, all Sec 3 and 5, will not be killed, as I know. Like the babi,
Yeah.
Now, who will I be killing? Sec 2s, mostly ranging from blah blah blah, as most of the girls as well as some of the boys there have pissed me off throughout my secondary school life. Teachers, the main group that made a life living hell. Every day it feels like the teachers are always targeting me. Whoa. Last but not least, if possible and the police haven't arrived, myself. I will go through the pain of my victims unwillingly and die as a martyr, willing to be remembered. Hard to believe, bro.
Yeah. It looks like it's a story.
Huh?
It looks like it's a story. It doesn't look real. It looks like it's a story.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to digest. Like looking like, Singaporean wrote this.
Yeah, but if you read the article also, it's mentioned that this sketch was a close shave because I think they managed to intervene at the right time. So I am thankful. I mean, reading this article, I'm thankful that all three of them were apprehended at the right time.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was a close shave, it's scary, bro, to think. You see, I'm sure you recall, right, the solo attack, which had nothing to do with radicalization, but the solo attack in the school, River Valley High, River something high.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, till today, I still think about that. Right? And although the attacker is still in prison, I don't know what's going to be his future like. I don't know when he's going to come out. And it's scary to think that all our children go to school. And I don't know if you know this. I was asking my kids.
Yep.
And they say now in schools they have lockdown practice.
I don't know.
They have.
They have
They have.
lockdown practice.
Yeah.
Oh, like US really, sir.
Yeah. Doesn't that freak you out, bro? It freaks me out. And like different schools will have different code names to say like where a potential attacker is or where you should be seeking shelter. So,
but why are we having lockdown practice? Like the ones who are practicing, could it be one of them will know like, oh, this is how it's done. Then I'll plan an attack that will bypass this lockdown practice.
That's totally true.
You get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because you are
because
technically prepping.
If he's a student, he's on the inside. Right? Yeah.
I don't know how to prevent that. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so talking about youths, there's a youth plan.
Youth plan.
Yeah, there's a youth plan.
Yeah.
Co-living rooms with discount for Singapore youth. So government to consider lowering eligibility. Not LGBTQ. Eligibility age for singles to buy HDB flats. Mr. Chi has said that, and also in a separate article, we saw the living quarters of like a youth village of sorts.
Yeah, sad, bro. Actually,
and they have set the price at a discount of about $1,800 a month per room.
Discount. What
About
discount?
30% below the usual rates. So on first look, this is the first time I'm looking at the photos. It looks like just a slightly larger university hostel.
Yes.
I mean the rooms with the double bed lah. Double or single bed lah?
Double, that's a queen bed.
Double lah. So how this one can live with girlfriend?
I guess so lah. Right, because they envision
being
for
between
young
the age of
couples.
25 to 21 or so.
And while waiting for BTO,
Right. So there's a large ass laundry room, and then there's a gym. There's a cafe below.
Yeah, communal dining spaces.
Yeah. So just like you never grow up from the university experience, are you?
No, so
stay a student.
Okay, so this whole co-living thing, right, started quite a few years back, and I'm surprised at how it has really been all the rage. Do you know that co-living, even in the private sector, the take-up rates are almost 100%.
Okay.
So basically, this started up, if I remember, up around 4 to 5 years back, where if I remember correctly, it was URA or another authority that came up with this concept, which was in between hotel, not hostel.
Why I know? Because back then I was considering. I mean, fresh out of my divorce, I was looking for a place to stay, right?
Yes.
Before I stayed with my parents for a while.
Yeah.
I was looking at housing in Geylang, for example. They're really nice built-up areas where it's for co-living, where you live with other people, and then you have a shared indoor pool, shared library, shared living room.
Yeah, shared living room. Yeah,
but those things are expensive.
It's bloody expensive, but it is all the rage, bro.
Why?
I don't know. So this is like a shift in our social order. People, one, because property prices have gone so high, the ideal by the late Mr. Lee Kuan Yew that everybody should be able to own their own property seems to have diminished slightly. And people are resorting to rental. But the problem with rental is you have to rent a whole apartment, right?
Okay.
And sometimes finding other people to rent with, people that you can get along, not argue and all that is difficult. So this concept of having a co-living space was introduced. The licensing, the legal framework for it came out a few years back. And you basically have joint amenities, joint activities, shared spaces, but with individualized sleeping quarters.
But it's getting a lot of heat online. Netizens are pointing out that it's too expensive. And they're saying, like, for example, a youth who wants to live in this co-living arrangement to be spending $1,800 a month. It's very steep.
Of course,
versus like, let's say, a room that you get in a HDB where you can rent for about what, $800 plus.
I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like the average, say, poly graduate, right? And if your first job, you may earn anything from 2.6 up to all the way up to maybe 3.2 as your first job. So if you are earning, say, an average of 2.8 in between that range, right? That you're left with $1,000 after you pay for this.
That's shit, man.
And then your bus, your public transport, that's going to take up maybe what, $300-400 a month.
So the thing is, like, so this is done for profit, or obviously it's done for profit, right?
Yeah, but it says that it's subsidized. I don't know, man. I find it a bit odd. And then it's also far off corner, Boon Lay.
Okay, if it's too cheap, will that create another social problem? Like, for example, let's put it at $300 a month. Well, now every youth want to get out of the parents' house and want to get this, and you have a situation where you no longer want to stay your parents. You know, like I grew up. You know, before I got my own place, before I got married, I live with my parents. This is an Asian thing. Like for the Americans or whatever, you get out after you're 18, find your own space. You know, there's the difference in geography where you move out in communities or whatever. Some people like rent a big house together with their fraternity bros or whatever shit. But that shit doesn't really happen here.
Like
we live with our parents.
I see, that's true. Even after I bought my first house, I still live with my parents.
But they don't understand our culture. You know, when they see us living with our parents, even some adults living with our parents, they say, you so old, you still live with parents. They don't understand this whole idea of filial piety or whatever shit. So I don't know who this is targeting, especially are they targeting new citizens coming on board who possibly from India or China, then living down here, then they get citizenship, then where they're going to live, or are they really targeting our locals, the youths especially, and even so, are they willing to spend this amount of money to live like this?
God bless his soul, but every time, everything that you have said reminds me of Darren's profile.
Okay.
Right? Darren is 31 years old.
Darren want to live, man, like this?
He as an individual, I know he won't.
He won't. He won't. He's 1,008. He'll rather leave his mum.
Yeah, but you look at that demographic, right? He's 31, he's not married. I mean, and I love Darren to bits, but I know that he doesn't like mixing around so much or finding new friends so much. You know, he likes his private space as well. So naturally, someone like in his situation would want to move out, right? Especially when you're 31, you want to, adulting, you want to go out, whatever it is. So I think there is a growing demand, and there's also a growing demand of people in the age group who don't have partners, who may not be in a position to want to register for a HDB or your BTO or whatever. So I think it is a real need moving forward, and they are wise in plugging the gap early by facing the facts that we need this. I think if you read the article, it also refers to the possibility of finding a life partner through this, because they have like group activities, they have planned social
karaoke nights.
Karaoke nights, socials basically for the residents, right? And hopefully through that, people get introduced to each other. But I don't know. I don't
think it's a good idea.
This shifting trends, right? Is okay. Maybe we are old. I'm older than you, definitely. But
we
maybe
are old.
I'm super old. I don't understand this, because like when we were young, we made the good friends in our schools, and then some friends you keep along with you through the years. Some friends you meet a bit later. But social circles will move, and there's always someone to to engage with, right? But I realized that for the younger age groups, and I don't know whether I'm wrong, hopefully if Shri is listening, she can correct me. But it seems that people don't socialize as much. Maybe it is a real after effect of COVID, because for a good 2 to 3 years, there were no activities, right? People didn't go out. And I remember the students of that age who are now the youth that we are talking about today, right? The adults that we are talking about today. They didn't have grad night, they didn't go clubbing, they had no parties, all because of COVID. Right? So I don't know whether this is a result of that, like a half generation of people who don't interact, who don't have friends, and who might want to be on their own, and they will be needing this.
Recently, I saw the owner of Zouk coming out, introducing back Zouk to the masses and how nightlife is making a comeback. And how Gen Zs and the younger folk are actually coming out and socializing. They are coming out. I think in a sense, what we thought is an after effect of COVID is slowly reversing.
Okay.
So people are right now trying to find communities to be associated with because basically they saw how fake social media is and how draining it can be.
Yes.
You on an infinite doom scroll. Like basically this is heroin.
Yes.
For your eyes and your brain. So they understand that. The young people understand that and they're trying to dissociate, trying to find things. Like analog is making a return, communities are making a return. So I know we're quite detached with this. I am quite detached with this as well, but that's what I'm reading and that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Like they want to be part
and
of some
actually,
activities.
Even in our age groups, right? I'm seeing a lot of people organizing private events where it is afternoon parties. Like they go like minimal alcohol or even they do coffee parties.
Coffee, I think it's shit about it.
I mean, I don't drink, so I don't know. But it
Can
seems...
you imagine dancing in afternoon, sober?
But apparently
it's healthy lah.
It's a thing. It's a thing, but it is a thing. So shifting trends. I don't know, man. What do you think about all these trends?
I think
you follow. You have a damn good eye at watching trends, right? So what does all this signify to you?
I think the youth, when we were youth, we were trying to break away from norms. We were trying to do things that the old fucks
never do.
are not doing. Because whenever we dress like them or we do things like them, we become associated to them.
Okay.
So we create our own slangs, our own language, our own subculture.
Yes.
And in similar fashion, the young ones are doing the same to us. They don't want to be wearing what we are wearing. They don't want to be working what we're working as.
Yeah.
They don't subscribe to our social norms. The 8 to 5 shit. Like I'm not going to be loyal to my job. I'm going to take whatever shit I want. I'll be an influencer. I'll work several jobs. Work-life balance is the thing, So basically, they will go against whatever wave that we have created. So you will see it in fashion, you see it in community, you see it in the hobbies that they do, you see it in the fashion that they exhibit. And it's that. And for us trying to make some sense of what they're doing, we will never make sense of what they are doing. You'll be like, why are you doing this?
It's really...
So we interpret that as trends. This is a trend. But it's just them finding their own identity.
Yeah, so everything that you said just now just struck a
No, because one thing is that I asked Chat. There's a lot of people, young people wearing very loose clothing. Like basically loose pants.
Yeah.
And then there's this thing where they like to do a de-aesthetics of their whole personality. So you see people like basically Masai.
Really? Yeah?
And that's a thing for them, Like for us, it's our whole pomade hair,
A disheveled look. They want a disheveled look.
To them, that is embracing their identity. So I was thinking, why they have become like that? So it's the whole Snapchat culture where they don't want, for us millennials, we on Instagram, we post our best highlights.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm not going to post my highlights. I'm going to post whatever the F I want. So you have photos like blur photos. And to them, this is their style.
Their art.
Like your style is that filtered, curated shit. Our style is this blurry thing that we have embraced. And this is our culture. We're not like you. You're old.
Oh my God.
We're the thing. We're the it. So yeah. And it's in their music also.
Music?
Their music is no structure. And there's this like, I was asking a young rapper because we grew up in the era of lyrical rap.
Yes.
Malik, Eminem, basically rap with a story, with meaning.
Yes.
And for them, it's more of like mumble.
That's a song.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
Like that, but it's like that. Oh my God.
Yeah, is that for them? Then asking them, why not writing actual stories? You all are wartawan jalanan. You all are reporters. You know, that's what rap is about, telling the stories of the street. Then he was like, lyrical is dead, bro. It's all about the vibes.
Are you
So they
serious?
said like, so I played some of the music. So I was asking him, what's nice in this? It's just nice, just vibe. Like I want to take that meaning off. I don't want even to give this any meaning. And this is ours. This is ours. The ones with meaning and lines is yours. I'm not like that. We are done with that.
So you know, the other day I was having a conversation with my son. Okay, and my son is in primary 1, so he's very young, right?
Okay,
very young.
conversation with your son.
Yeah, so we were having a conversation. So I have 2 sons. They are twins. So and they are identical twins. So in terms of DNA, they are exactly the same.
Okay.
But in terms of personality,
DNA, they're not the same.
DNA same. Identical twins are from the same egg, same everything.
Oh, same DNA.
Same DNA, identical DNA. But personality-wise, they are completely different.
Okay.
Like really night and day. So over the years, I enjoy watching my sons grow and observe how they are different, especially in personality, right? So after I've observed my children for a long time, like I always tell all 4 of my kids, never become a lawyer. I don't want you to become a lawyer. Lawyering is a very difficult job. You need to be half psychopath to be able to do this, in my opinion. Okay, and I don't want them to go through the stresses that I go through on a daily basis. Like carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, it's not an easy thing. Okay. But this one son of mine, he's extremely headstrong, you know. And you know, even when I scold him, like if I get angry with him, he can withstand the test of interrogation, no, bro. He can really tahan and look at me squarely in the face and just keep mum. And when I'm angry with him, I don't know whether I want to be angry or proud at how headstrong he is.
Yeah.
But the other day I said to him, you know, perhaps of all of my children, only you can maybe take over from me. I say, only you maybe can take over from me. The rest, let them try to be doctors or something. So then he said to me, so you want me to be a lawyer and the rest can be doctors? And I said, yeah, maybe. I'm Asian. Then after that, he said, why lawyers or doctors? And I said, because I want you to earn money. I want you to give back to society. I want you to live well and provide well for your family.
Okay.
Then this is the part that blew me away. You know what he said to me? What if I can do something that earns just as much, if not more, than being a lawyer or doctor, but it's my own thing?
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
Bro, I was mind blown and I said to him, I'm open to discussion. When the time comes, let me know. But I couldn't believe it that he thought of that. And everything that you just said, right, is that mindset. What they believe that they can do something totally different and they can achieve an output that they want.
This is the spirit of the youth. I mean, might sound too government, but it is. That's the beautiful thing about being youth. They see a different angle. They're extremely idealistic on things, and they feel that you old fucks, you're done with your time.
Yeah.
It's our time.
Yeah, scary, yeah, bro.
It's not scary, lah. I mean, this is how the world works, Then that's why, as they grow up with this idealistic mindset, our wisdom comes in, and we share the pain, the remorse, the different struggles that we've gone through, so that knock some sense into them. Because sometimes a kite can fly very high, but at times we need to pull them down. So this is where a smart youth will be able to extrapolate and also gain from experience from elder folk like us. And for us, I feel through my time in media, I've learned that if we don't learn from the youth, we become irrelevant. We also lose a lot of things.
That's
we
true.
lose sight of a lot of things in life. And sometimes to listen to the youth is also lowering our ego and to understand, to enter their world, to see how they operate, because we are sharing the same earth, you know. So a lot of my seniors back then, they did not want to listen to the young voices.
Dinosaurs lah.
Yeah, basically telling them, this is the in thing, let's do this, let's do that. No, this is too forward. No, I don't think this is kena dalam media, whatever. At the end, when there was a wave that came and destroyed, in a sense, traditional media, they were forced to adapt.
Yeah.
So I think that will be a lesson for me as I grow older. Always, be open-minded, listen to the young, and an old dog has to learn new tricks.
So on the flip side, just as we wrap up, bro, I wanna say something, and I think you're gonna relate to this. You know, one of the things you said just now, like you look at the old fellas and you tell them, screw you and your ways.
Yeah.
I know
you also
that,
that, right?
I mean, no, but growing up, right? And I read this in an article about how, as an alpha male, for example, you will go through a life cycle, right? You will at your peak, perhaps between your 25 to 35, you are achieving, you feel your first successes, you're
on top of the world.
Yeah, on top of the world. And that's where you usually topple your own father, right? You topple the people that you used to look up to as your hero now no longer become relevant, and I'm sure we both went through that.
Okay.
And it's tough for me now thinking of the fact that someday my child will no longer give me that love and respect because they are achieving something that will outshine me. And as a father, I want them to outshine me. I want, because their success definitely is going to give me a lot of happiness. But I also look up one generation and I look at our fathers, right? And in our own ways, we are both providing for our own fathers. And I wonder whether in the vagaries of my own youth, whether I had said anything to upset him, whether I had been less respectful than I should have, because at one point in time I would have been on top of the world. And it's tougher, bro,
So coming back, taking your point of worrying the behavior of our children, who will they emulate when they grow older, and how will they treat us. I have had a lot of different time when I sit in the depths of my living room thinking about this. And of course, I've spoken to a lot of experts on parenting about this, and they mentioned that this is why you should also show your kids how you want to be treated when you actually become old, which is how you are treating your elderly parents right now.
Wow.
So children not only listen to you, they also see what you do. So I make it a point every weekend when I have some time, I'll bring them to my parents' house. Sometimes they don't want to go to my parents' house because it's boring, right? Because the toys and all the games are in my house.
Yeah.
Be like, why should we go to Yai house? Why should we go to Yai house? I'll be like, Yai recently went out of the hospital and someone to take care of him, so let's go. He wants to eat out, so maybe we go and follow him. Things like that lah. And I believe you do something like that also. And they see, and when they grow up, this will be a core memory. Like my dad routinely brings us, and they will try to observe how you speak to your parents.
Yes.
The tone you are speaking. Are you speaking to them while you're playing your phone? Are you like fully concentrating on, fully focused on what your parents are saying? Because all this they will see, this is how we should treat our elders. So when they grow up, that's how they'll treat you, bro.
This shit is moving for me, bro.
Yeah, for me, I'm not saying I'm the perfect parent, because there's a lot of shit sometimes I do as well. But this thing keeps me in check, bro. So every weekend when I see them and I have what little hours I have, I'll be thinking, how should I spend it? Like basically trying to be the best example. And this, I feel, this is fathering, bro. This, you want to be a father, this is what it is. Becoming an example.
So recently I've been doing a lot of soul searching and thinking as well. And thinking about my children have been at the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
And it just hits me, right, that the second you think you know what the hell you're doing,
you don't.
Yeah.
So because you don't have a textbook.
Yeah.
And then every family is different. You share your problems with another person, another father, you'll have a different set of problems.
Yes.
Because different income, socio-economic background, different levels of understanding, different value system. So, but we share what we can. But I am not of the opinion of like too much sharing. Because sometimes when I sit, listen to the problem, listen to this problem. Toxic, like you end up just sharing problems, and problems don't get solved just by sharing. You need some action.
Yeah. So okay, so on that note, and I've read your postings on this, right? And you know there are some people who want to talk because they want to find a solution.
Okay.
And it's a sincere desire to find a solution. And those kind of people, when you check in with them later, right, there's progress,
Okay.
Like they can actually tell you, hey, from our last discussion to now, I have done this, I've done that. I tried this, it failed. I tried this, for example. But I also realized that there are some people who just like to wallow and whine. And they just, their sole purpose is to just talk about negativity. And I can't take that.
Yeah, some people can. Some people can take that. But for me, if I sit into that circle, right, my energy gets sapped. And I
it affects
go out,
you,
it affects
you
me.
especially.
So I absorb a lot of this energy, and then there's a spillover of this sort of energy to my loved ones. I don't need that. So as I grow older, I'm very protective of my energy.
Yes.
But of course, seek help if you need to. Seek experts lah. Especially the suicide rate is on a high.
Serious?
I think it's the second. I think age group 35 and above is the second cause of death or something like that.
Oh my God.
For youths is the leading cause of death. For youths,
serious
suicide. 400 plus people died of suicide in 2024, 2025.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy, man. More than one a day though.
That's more than one every a day. Means throughout the year. Oh my God.
So that's a problem that our government is trying to solve. So youth co-living is a problem that they are trying to currently solve. Low birth rates is one more issue. Some people also have said that like, this country cannot solve really. So not easy run government.
Not easy at all.
So that's why we just talk about it. We are not paid to solve this shit. So we talk about it and they will solve it for us.
Maybe we give them some ideas or what, hopefully something good comes from this.
I mean, if we keep giving ideas, then put us in government.
Or just pay us lah.
You don't want to be government. I don't want to be government. I got skeletons in my closet.
We should do a plan B think tank.
We should run for SMC. No, just a prank. Just prank.
No. Let's not talk about that. But we should do a think tank. I think we should be a think tank.
We already are. Okay. So we'll see you on the next podcast with Darren, only on planb.sg. Bye-bye.